Beginning this mindfulness meditation session 5, mindfulness of attachments, by settling into a comfortable position as best as you can. In our mindfulness meditations, we are not striving for any particular states of mind. It's okay if you're not feeling calm. It's okay if you're not feeling at peace. It's okay if you are feeling unsettled. It's okay if you are feeling bored. It's okay if you have many thoughts coming through. The practice is not a waste of time, as you're training the mind, practicing to be at ease in any circumstances. All the doing you need is just observing. Watching as an audience how thoughts, emotions, and moods are arising and passing. Watching physical sensations or the energy in the body arising, passing. So keeping the back as straight as you can, a firm spine, shoulders falling down, softening, a soft front, eyes closing or softly focusing. Beginning with mindfulness of breathing and the body, allowing the mind to settle, breathing, feeling the core of the being below the belly button. As you are inhaling, the belly wall expanding. As you are exhaling, the belly wall contracting. As you're breathing in and then out, feeling the area below the belly button. That's the house of vitality, the storehouse of energy. Each time the mind is wandering off, reminding the mind to return to the lower belly. And then breathing in, breathing out. If for some reason breathing seems a labor, perhaps causing some anxiety, as best as you can, just observing whatever that's arising, and then guiding the mind to the area below the belly button, placing the attention there. Or choosing another area of the body that feels safe, like the fingers, the toes, the spinal cord. Now, while keeping the breath and body in awareness, noticing any thoughts, emotions, or physical sensations that are arising. As best as you can, observing with gentleness. So watching thoughts as if you are a witness. Watching emotions as if a third party. Acknowledging physical sensations, whether pleasant or unpleasant, with gentleness. Watching whatever ensuing emotions or thoughts without needing to judge yourself for having them. As you are becoming more aware of thoughts and emotions, noticing what is recurring, noticing what the mind is getting caught up about. Who keeps coming to mind? What events and scenes keep replaying? What thoughts are getting tangled up? Replaying the past, speculating about the future, thinking about opinions of certain people, events, ideas. As best as you can, observing what's going on with curiosity. For example, when opinions arise, what happens after that? More thoughts, sadness, anger, worry? Or perhaps peace, calmness, love? Noticing for any physical sensations? Whatever that keeps replaying represents an underlying attachment. So all we have to do is observing what is arising, watching, not judging yourself further for whatever that has arisen. You don't have to be approving or disapproving whatever that's here. No further action is needed, except to just sit and acknowledge all that is arising. If there is a sense of feeling overwhelmed, you may choose slightly, shifting the posture mindfully, or opening the eyes, or gently guiding the mind, focusing on breathing and feeling the body. As we are closing this practice, letting go the focus on thoughts and guiding the mind to the breath and belly, feeling the sensations of breathing, inhaling, exhaling. I read you this poem, You Won't Know, by Wilkes Arnold. It's the still nights, the stormy nights, when I want a cigarette to spark life in my breath, when sleep seems dead set on avoiding me. It leaves me asking why I don't even smoke. Now taking a moment to expressing gratitude for the time you've spent practicing to care for yourself, recognizing this is an opportunity to cultivate awareness about our roots of suffering and how we add to our distress. After doing this practice on a daily basis, you may wish to write down your observations. This is what you can do as a home practice, dividing the page into 4 columns, labeling them as thoughts, emotions, body sensations, and impulses and actions. In the first column, thoughts, writing down what thoughts keep repeating, grouping them under themes if necessary. In the second column, emotions, writing down the accompanying emotions to thoughts. Same in the third column, body sensations, listing down the accompanying sensations. Noticing for any actions that are keeping us locked in a cycle. Even avoiding a situation is an action that locks us in dissatisfaction, as we do not address the issue up front. Finally, as you are reading through what you have written down, picking up the most pressing experience, the one that's giving you the most distress. For example, selecting thoughts that have words like should, must, have to, need to, something with judgment. Then asking yourself these 4 questions. The first question is, what would it mean for you to hold on to these views? Second question, what is the consequence of holding on to these views to your or others' well-being? Third question, what would it mean to let go of these views? The fourth question, what is the consequence to yours and others' well-being if you let go of these views? To close this, I would like to invite you to consider meditation as a lifelong practice. Mindfulness is a lifelong journey. The patience we are exercising, the curiosity instead of judgment we are bringing to bear is the practice, the training, so that all this instinctively becomes us. We do not have to think so hard about it, nor need to cognitively justify having to feel patience and kindness whenever we need to call upon it. See you next Wednesday.